something about being on stage that just felt really good, to have that immediate feedback from an audience of like appreciating what you're doing. I think my whole life I've sort of been starved or wanting to feel a little bit of appreciation for things that I do. I don't really have a moment where I was like, oh, I want to be a performer. It was kind of little things that happened throughout my life. I mean, in 7th grade I did a lip sync contest and people were screaming and yelling, and then all of a sudden I was on a bus ride with this girl in 8th grade on the way to Disneyland. She's like, we're singing a Michael Jackson song, and she's like, wow, you have a nice voice. And I was like, I do? I'm gonna be a sweaty mess in this show.
Have a good show, man.
You too.
Have fun.
Okay.
So you guys,
All right, I think we're ready, Trish.
can you turn those?
Energy, energy, energy.
My voice will be warmed up by Act 2.
Andrew, he got his test back and it was a 25 to 25, and then Christian was like, let's go, Andrew, and they gave him a high five. And then Miss Roberts was like, hey, Christian, that's the second time I've asked you to stop talking. Go sit over there. And then I'm like, whoa.
I originally went to college to become a high school choir director is what I wanted to be, and then my voice teacher in college convinced me to do a double major in vocal performance, and that sort of led to some performance opportunities and on the East Coast, where I met some people that were moving to New York, and so I decided to move to New York and pursue that career. But when my daughter was born in New York, we decided that it'd be better for us to be closer to family and not have strollers on subways and struggle that way. So we decided to move back here to Tucson, where my wife grew up. And on the way here, I was in a truck, and my best friend called me, and he said, do you want to teach junior high choir? They're looking for someone. And I said, no way. I remember what junior high was like, and I don't think I want to do that. And he's like, well, do you have a job? And I'm like, no. He's like, do you have a 2-year-old daughter? And you're like, yeah. He's like, do you need a job? I was like, yeah. He's like, go to the interview. And I was like, all right. If we're being honest, there are some bad teachers out there, and I kind of pride myself on the fact that I work so hard at anything that I do. And so I knew if I could be a teacher, I know that, that I was going to try my best and try to make a difference in some kids' lives.
Well, my dad's my hero. He's a very strong working person, and I have admired him so much. When I was in about 6th grade, I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression. I thought that acting wouldn't be good for my anxiety, but it helped so much more. It helped me to embrace myself. I just really love it, and it's helped me cope. And my parents definitely figured that out. They always helped me with the struggles that I had, because being a middle schooler was hard, and now high school, it's difficult being a teenager.
Why is that okay? You never
There's no Kids have always been really supportive, but also what we do is really fun. So, we're not really normal parents. We teach, but then we've always had this performance aspect of our lives. And so they've just always kind of grown up knowing, oh, mom and dad have a show or a gig tonight, and so, are we getting dinner out of it? Or, sometimes they're at a table. They've always been just really flexible, and we've been lucky to have really great kids.
How do I juggle everything? I don't. There's always sacrifices. Something has to be sacrificed, and it's just a lot. And it's not just me, It's like I look at all these teachers that I work with at school, and they have lives outside, and a lot of them can't believe how I do it, because I just happen to have this hobby of singing and performing outside of school that also adds to my load. But I was congested for months, kind of led to this cough that it never went away. So the congestion eventually went away after probably about, 7 months. And then the cough still lingered. When I get to do a performance, my voice is not always 100%. And I don't give 100% in performances, I give 110%. Some shows I'll do 80, 85%, and that's a big deal to me. So now what's sort of happening is that every time a performance starts to come up, I get a little anxious. I'm like, is my voice going to be there? Am I going to be able to hit this note? Am I going to be able not to hit this note? The timing is all very strange because my performing career has really picked up. I'm getting a lot of gigs every year and right at the time where my voice is not at its peak performance. And so that's been a little bit of a struggle for me. And, I deal with it the best way I can. I always diffuse stuff with humor, so I kind of make fun of it, but in reality, it's scary. It's scary because, like, taking away my voice is like cutting off my hands. Like, I would not be able to function if I couldn't sing. It's like part of me.
Ooh.